guys, welcome back to the channel. Jenny here, the Uncrafty Crafter, and I got my coffee. Gonna take a swig really quick, but welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to this week's WIP and Chat. Today is Tuesday. That means it's WIP and Chat day for me. Grab whatever you're working on. Crochet, knit, diamond painting, laundry, driving, whatever you're doing, just do it along with me and we'll chit chat for just a little bit. I pulled out a new diamond painting to start because I finished my Poppy Boston Terrier. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Hold on, I gotta move all the things. Let me slap this on here real quick. But I had to like start something because I was like, I wanted to get something started quick, and I wanted to like do something that was gonna be like in one of the events, you know. And I don't have any, I mean, I have a couple of things that are like Christmassy that I could have done like Christmas in July. But I decided instead to go with this. This is an actual picture of, let me find it. Did I keep it? Pretty sure I kept it, right? Yes, this one. It's the Alice in the Starry Night by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And it's this one. So, I started it. I haven't even finished my first section yet. But, at least I started it. So, probably won't get it finished this month, but who knows, I might kick some booty like I normally do sometimes when I diamond paint. So, we'll see. But how are you guys doing this week? I had a pretty good week. I did have my little minor surgery last week on Wednesday, I think. And felt really good the Thursday after. If you were on my live, let me pick a color. If you were on my live that night, let me go with that T. Let me find it. I have, here we go, found it. I have my stuff kitted up I have this kitted up in my big 60 count, but then I also have some of the bigger colors in some of the Harbor Freights. So, but anyway, I had the surgery Thursday night in my live. I felt great. I felt great all day Thursday. It's weird, I know, but I did. I felt really good. Had a lot of energy. I didn't like do anything. I mean, I just sat around, but I felt great, and I was very energetic. Like I felt like I could have jumped up and like cleaned the house, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. But then on Friday, I slept really good on Thursday night, and then I slept really good Friday night, like a rock good. And as far as like pain goes, I only took, like once I finally got my actual pain medicine, I only took it twice. So that's good. I mean, and I haven't even been taking ibuprofen the last 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days, I don't know. It's been a while. I only took ibuprofen like a couple of days afterwards. And not like around the clock. I mean, I did the first 24 hours just because I didn't have any pain medicine. That was a whole mess and a half, trying to hunt down my pain medicine from 52 different pharmacies. Annoying. Excuse me. But anyway, yeah, I feel great. Everything looks good, you know, incisions look good, that kind of thing. I have come to realize, though, that Jolie has very sharp toes and elbows, like very pointy elbows. And the same with Poppy. Poppy has very pointy feet. So anytime I'm like sitting in my recliner, Jolie climbs up there with me, and you know, she's climbing all over me, and I'm trying to keep her off of my like belly. But no, I mean, she like is wormy and squirmy and ends up, you know, with her elbows in the like right in my incision places, and I'm like, ugh. And then one day, I think it was on Sunday, somebody knocked on the door, and Poppy was like on my lap, and she stood up and like jumped off of my lap, and when she did, her foot like kicked right in one of my incision spots, and I was like, oh my God. And the person at the door was one of those meat salesmen, you know, the ones that go everywhere, driving all over the place, like selling meat. Ugh, no, thank you. But anyway, I mean, first of all, I'm like, what crazy person is going to come pecking around on doors on a Sunday? Like, no, don't do that. Don't peck on my door on a Sunday. Unless you're family or friends. You know what I'm saying? We don't do business on Sundays. But, so I have to give the Husband of the Year award to my husband. Yay! That was amazing while I was recouping, or whatever you want to call it, over the weekend. Well, I mean, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he was great. He did like everything. He took care of the kiddos, took care of the dogs, cooked, done all, I mean, he cooks anyway, but you know, I mean, he just did everything. He let me sleep, which he always is like, never gripes if I want to like lay down and take a nap. So he just let me, you know, rest and relax, which was nice. I will say that I wish that he had taken care of the kitchen. Like every time I would go into the kitchen, the sink was like slap full with dirty dishes. And I remember one time like actually rinsing the dirty dishes off, because you know how, oh, this is gonna sound so gross, but you know how whenever dirty dishes sit with water in them for a little bit, they start getting like filmy and like stagnant or whatever. It's so gross. I can't stand that. And I mean, I don't care if the sink is full of dirty dishes. That doesn't bother me. All I gotta do is put them in the dishwasher or wash them. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is whenever they sit there long enough to get stagnant and gross. I can't handle it. Nope. And so, I kept, like, I would go in the kitchen for like a cup of coffee or to get something to eat or whatever, and I would see the dishes in the sink, and I'm like, oh God. And so I would just like run water in the sink and like rinse all the dirty dishes out so that the stagnant water was like gone. Ugh, I can't handle that. And it's not that it's necessarily stagnant, I don't think, at that point, but when it's like filmy and cloudy looking, yeah, I'm like, okay. And he's obviously, you know, I hate to ask him to put the dishes in the dishwasher, because he's already doing so much, you know. And so I'm like, it can sit there for another day. I'll take care of it tomorrow. And then finally, over the weekend, I took care of the dishes. So, emptied the dishwasher. Well, the dishwasher had clean dishes in it. So I emptied the dishwasher out, filled it up with all the yucky, nasty, dirty dishes in the sink, washed that load of dishes, and now the sink is getting full again. So I have dishes to look forward to later today. Weather-wise, oh my God, it has done nothing but rain for what seems like a solid week or longer. I mean, nothing but rain. Like, we're gonna have to have a boat soon so, like, we can go to town. I mean, literally, my husband was on his way home from work yesterday. Oh, I got a story about that. But he was on his way home from work yesterday, and he calls, and he's like, do we need anything from town? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And he said, okay, well, I'm headed home. And he's like, I'm going to have to figure out which way to come home. And he said, because the road that I normally take home is probably more than likely flooded. And so, and he was right. It was. But just so much rain. Which I hope the farmers are appreciating it, you know. I mean, I know the farmers need it, but I just want some pretty sunshine. Not necessarily hot, sunshiny days, but nice, warm, sunshiny days without the humidity. Humidity. I know it's been like that everywhere. Like, even places that don't typically get very hot in the summer are like blazing hot right now. So everybody's feeling a hot, hot summer. So, new subject. My neighbors, the ones that live right next door to me, I believe are moving. I had mentioned this a while back, that, yeah, I think they're moving. But the place isn't really taken care of. The grass has, like, overtook the yard over there, and there's stuff everywhere. Like, you couldn't just go over there and mow if you wanted to. Like, you would have to go through and, like, clean up the yard before you could mow, because there's stuff just everywhere. And the property used to be my parents' property. It was like part of the property that I live on, you know, the farm that I live on. Well, when my sister got married, her and her husband, my mom and dad had, like, divvied off a couple of acres to them. Well, through the years, things happened. Divorce happened. The place was sold, and somebody else had bought it. Now, that couple had divorced. The newer homeowners had divorced. The woman left. The husband died. And I think it's still in, like, it's in limbo, you know. I think the man that lived there's daughter and her family was staying there. But now they're, like, never there, and, like, people are coming and randomly, like, picking up things like dog kennels. They were measuring one of the outside buildings the other day, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm just kind of waiting around to see what happens. But, I actually hate to say this, but Dale had bought some bug killer. Because one thing I can't stand is bugs. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, whenever somebody leaves a house and there is no food or things for those bugs to eat, they will leave and go to the next closest place for food, right? And I'm like, nope, you ain't coming to my house looking for food. I ain't feeding you. Nope, 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 nope. So Dale went and bought some, like, bug killer stuff that you shake out all over the yard. So he did that. Now, the last time we did that, it was crazy because we started seeing, like, dead bugs randomly, like, on our porch and our patio and around our back door and stuff. And I'm like, ugh. And I don't mean, like, the creepy bugs, like roachy kind of bugs. I just mean, like, your normal, typical bugs, you know? And so I know that it works, which kind of creeps me out because my dogs go outside. But he didn't put it where the dogs are. He put it in between our house and the neighbor's house. And the dogs can't go over on that side of the house. So I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that it works and we don't see any bugs. Because if I start getting bugs, I will flip my lid. I can't handle bugs. I hate mice too. Don't get me wrong. I hate mice. But I would way rather have mice than, like, roaches. Ugh. God, no. Nope, 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 nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. So, anyway, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, he's worried about the yard. And, like, I know he's like, God, I want to go over there and, like, clean it up and mow it and stuff. And I'm like, well, it's not your property. You can't do that. I mean, like, right now, there's, like, a random, like, metal clawfoot bathtub out in their backyard. Like, what? I'm like, what? Okay, I don't know. But the man that lived there that passed away, he had pigs, chickens. Y'all remember all my chicken stories from my neighbor's chickens. You know, those were his chickens. He had multiple dogs. So he had a lot of, like, he had a goat at one time. I remember that stupid goat would get loose and come over here into my yard. And then when I would try to run it off, the goat would, like, try to headbutt me. You know how goats do. And so he was forever coming over to the yard to get his daggone goat out of my yard. But anyway. So he had a lot of animals. And he's got a lot of kennels, pens, that kind of thing. But all of the animals are gone. And they've not been staying there. So I don't know I don't know what's going on. So, but hopefully, they'll come and clean up the property soon because it does look pretty bad. The grass is literally taller than their, like, porch railing, which is sad, you know, and there's a bunch of trash everywhere that their dogs had, like, drug out, and it's just a mess. But I would love, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen over there, but like I said, you know, I don't really know, but I would love, like, to potentially buy it so that it's ours, you know. It has a big modular home sitting on it. So I don't know what we would do with that. You know, I mean, there's always like the thought of like renting property out, but I don't know that that's anything that Dale or I want to like tackle. I mean, it's smart because, you know, it's basically paying for itself, paying for its own, you know, mortgage or whatever. If we were to buy it, renting it out would pay for itself. But then you have the whole thing with, ooh, it's raining. It started raining. If you hear a random loud noise in a minute, it will probably be my sump pump. Because I have one here in this side of the house. And whenever it gets so full, you know, it pumps out. So anyway, the joys of an old farmhouse, right? What was I going to say? But as far as like renting something, I'm not like keen on like whoever's living there, if their roof needs replaced, we would have to take care of that. If their air conditioning or furnace quit, we would have to take care of that. If, you know, any little thing like that that happens, we would have to take care of it. And then you have the whole, I'm too nice of a person. So if whoever lived there wasn't paying their rent and was like 3 months behind, would I be able to kick them out? You know, I'm like, ugh, I don't think that I could do that. Especially if they like have kids or something, you know, I mean, ugh, I just don't think I could be like a property owner or like a property owner that you rent out to people. I don't think I could do it. I really don't think I could do that. But I don't know. Also, I mean, the reason we would want to buy it would be so that we wouldn't have neighbors. You know what I mean? So, I mean, another option would be to potentially sell the modular home. And then, you know, just have the property to do with whatever we wanted to. Or do absolutely nothing with. You know what I mean? So, let me pick another color. La, 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 la. I think I'll go with this little green pill, which is, oh, it's not green. It's, well, I mean, the pill is green. I always call this symbol a pill, but the color is actually blue. The symbol is just green. That's a pretty blue. It's like a royal blue, 796. It's like a bluish purple. Pretty. Oh, I'm using my Muni Made tray in case you were like, what? I mean, I forgot to mention that. I'm using my Muni Made tray, which is always in my description box, to her Etsy shop. It's a half-size tray with a funnel. In the color, I think, is blush. And then I'm using, this is my little Diamond Art Club pen. I don't know why I grabbed it. It's got glue dots in this multi-placer up here. And glue dots in the single tip. But anyway, I grabbed it. No particular reason. I usually use my Enablers Outpost pens, which are these three. But I just grabbed this one. Probably because these guys needed filled and this one was sticky. So I tend to use multiple pens on one canvas. I can't help it. That's just how I roll. But yeah, back to that property. I don't know yet. We'll have to like play it all by ear and see. I don't even know how we would find out like if the place is for sale or what, you know. So and I know the last time it sold, whenever my sister and her husband divorced, and I'm not talking about Mickey, my sister Mickey, I'm talking about a different sister, just so you guys would be like, what? Mickey got divorced? No, not the same sister, totally different sister. I should have said that the first time, but I did not. So sorry for any confusion. And thank you guys who have subscribed to Mickey's channel, Mickey Jo Crafts and Laughs. She's having a good time over here on YouTube. And she is officially over 100 subscribers. Go, Mickey. Go, Mickey. Go, 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 Mickey. Okay, so whenever my other sister and her husband got divorced and the place, like, got taken, because basically what had happened was my brother-in-law ended up with the property, which is weird because it belonged to our parents, not, you know, but anyway, he ended up with the property, and he stayed there for a while, and then he ended up losing it, and then after he lost it, it took a good, gosh, I don't know, I want to say like year and a half, 2 years, something like that, before the whole, like, for sale, showing the house, people looking at it to buy it, and before that whole thing happened, you know what I mean? It sat for a really long time before it ever, like, went up for sale, and before anybody was ever taking a look at it. And then, so, I mean, it may be like that again. I don't know. But it's depressing whenever you, I know this is so random, so random of a subject. I'm sorry, guys. Kind of going down like a sad memory lane here. But anyway, it's depressing whenever, you know, because I grew up on the property that I live on. I live in the old farmhouse that I grew up in. And when I was little and growing up, the place over there that I'm just talking about, next door here, was my parents' property. And there were little apple trees over there. My brother, Ray, like, had all of his pit bulls because he used to raise and show pit bulls. And he would have them all over there, like, in their kennels or whatever. And then, you know, I just grew up running around playing out there when I was little. And so whenever, as an adult, whenever I saw that go up for sale, it was sad, you know, because I feel like it's mine and like somebody stole it. That's how I feel. I feel like there are strangers living in my yard, you know, but anyway. Okay, let's change the subject. Let's chit chat about my Etsy shop. You guys, I opened my Etsy shop on, was it Thursday? Yeah, I opened it up Thursday night during my live, and you guys bought me out. Which was amazing. Thank you. You guys rock. You're so awesome. Like, the most supportive people ever. But little Miss Melly Machete, before I ever even got a chance to go live, I had put the shop, like, up. I opened the shop for one reason, and that was to give Beth from Shine Like a Diamond access to be able to go to my to the Etsy shop and look at it, because there were some questions I had before I opened, and she was giving me, you know, some tips and how to do this and how to do that and that kind of thing. And so she's like, well, just go ahead and, like, open the shop. She's like, I'm sure nobody will, like, nobody's expecting it to be open, so, and probably nobody's gonna, like, just hop over there and buy anything, you know, not yet anyway, until you open it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, let's do that. So I did that, and then I sent her the link. She helped me out with the questions that I had, and it was mostly about shipping. Like, there were some things on there that I was confused about, that she kind of walked me through. But so it's like I go live at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and it was like 9:30, 9:45-ish, and I was like getting my stuff together. You know, I was getting my coffee ready, getting my like stuff, like my laptop and my chargers and my diamond painting stuff in the room where I was filming my live. And I get like a weird notification on my phone, and it's like this funny sound. And I was like, what is that? And it literally sounded like a cha-ching noise. And I'm like, what? And sure enough, I looked and it says one order or something. And I looked and it was Melly. Melly had ordered something. And I'm like, how did you even find it? You little heifer. But she did. She did some sleuthing investigation and searched me up on, I think she like found it, because I'd never shared the link to it. But I think she had found it and then favorited it or whatever. And then snagged her some stuff when she saw that I had put stuff up there and opened the shop. And so she was my first purchase. Yeah. So you know how those business owners, they'll like frame their first little dollar bill or whatever? I'll have to do that. And then underneath of it, I'll say something like, from Melly Machete. We always call her Melly Machete because she, you know, she gifted a bunch of us those cute little like rainbow colored knives, which I have it and I use it every once in a while, but I don't like using it on camera because I'm not confident in using it, and so I'm always afraid that I'm going to cut myself while I'm filming, and then that will just be embarrassing. So yeah. Coffee. But anyway, you guys, stormed through the shop, took everything off the shelves. You guys were awesome. Let me pick a new color. I think I'm gonna pick this F. Let me find it in my container. I don't have them in order yet. I have to put them in order. Here it is. Yeah, I have to put my containers in order, because I usually put them in order like alphabet, then numeric, then like calculator symbols like the percentage, minus, plus, and then I'll do like arrows, and then on to like the random symbols, you know. And so I always like know where to look for my little containers, but I haven't done that yet, so I'm like having to hunt for the colors that I'm using. But anyway, the scented cover minders flew out of the shop, and if you're like new here and you haven't even heard don't know what I'm talking about, I started making and selling scented cover minders. Cover minders are such a fun thing to like collect and buy, and they're fun to like send to people as little Happy Mail gifts, that kind of thing. And so I love oils, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to combine the scents with my cover minders, because I don't use like scented waxes very often. I have some, but I don't use them a whole lot. I have a couple that I prefer to use over others, but some people that have never used scented wax, but like cover minders, I thought, well, that would just be a fun little option for them, you know. So that's what I did. And, but not all of the cover minders are scented. And I believe all the ones that I have in the shop right now are not scented, but they're these little snappy ones like this. I have several different ones, and I can show you like an example here of some different things. So I kept this one for me because it's missing like a jewel right here. Actually two. I think this one here is broken, and then this one's just gone. So I keep this one for myself. But anyway, this is an example of a scented cover minder. So it comes with these little snaps that snap into the cover minder base, right? Like that. Pretty, right? And so, but you can, these are those little, like the little diffuser, aromatherapy, perfumey snaps. And so you can put the scent in there, and then there you have your cover minder. But if you like don't want a scented one, or if you're using a scented one but you don't really like want to use a scented one at that particular time or moment, then you can use a plain snap. And so this one is a pretty little turquoise and silver turtle. Isn't he cute? He kind of blends in with this one, so I try to use him on my darker metal ones. Here's this pretty blue butterfly. Again, I'm keeping the butterfly because one of my gems had popped out, and I glued it back, and you can kind of see the glue underneath that gem. So I'm keeping that one for myself. Plus, I really like the blue butterfly. But anyway, yeah, they're just really, really pretty, and they're fun because you can purchase the different snaps, you know, to go on them. And I have different styles. Like this one is one that I have in the shop right now with different snaps. These are more of like fancier ones. I have some that are like rainbow metal ones that are super pretty. But yeah, they're fun to make and they're fun to use. So, and I think right now the scents that I'm offering, which like I said, I don't have any more scented options in the shop. I'm waiting on supply. So you guys really like did a number and like bought everything. So I'm waiting on more inventory, but as soon as those arrive, they will be up in the shop and I will notify people. Also something that I have in the shop are these cute little release papers. Not these particular ones. These are just my particular ones that people have sent me, you know, random stickers that I love. Like this one is a little Boston burrito. It's the cutest thing I ever seen. And I'm not positive, but I think it was Shay or Randy that sent me this one. I can't remember. And then somebody sent me the How You Doing. And again, I can't remember who sent me that. I remember them sending it, and I remember being like, oh my God. But I can't remember now who it was. I hate that I forget those things. But anyway, but I do have I've got like, I'm selling them in sets of 25 sheets of release paper, and I've got coffee themed ones and summer vibes themed ones. And then I've got like, I called it Positivity Talk. With it's just like different, like positive encouragement type sayings and phrases. And then I have like a random, just fun miscellaneous option. But yeah, I think that they're fun. And I thought that they would be cute to offer in this shop. So, but like I said, I am waiting on more inventory. I expected that you guys would like the things, but I didn't expect that you would, like, you know, buy the whole shop. Not that quick anyway. So that's exciting. But it's going to be a slow growing process. I'll be adding a little bit as I can as things come in, and hopefully I'll be able to like figure out a process of like when to order and how much of things to order to like keep things in stock. But yeah, so that's just going to take time and practice, but I appreciate you guys being so super awesome and going over there and ordering things, and it just makes me happy. But I'm going to finish up because my coffee is getting low. Yeah, I'm about out of coffee and I need a refill. And I need to go see what the kids are into. I forgot what letter I was working on. F. Here we go. So anyway, that's basically all I had to whip and chat about today. So you guys let me know in the comments how you're doing. How you doing? And then, oh, also, I have got like a bajillion and 2 post reviews to film. Oh my God, I've got so many post reviews right now. Several that I need to film. So hopefully I'll be getting those up left and right. I mean, we may have a week here on the channel where it's like post review week or something, you know. I know you guys love post reviews. I do too, but I usually like to do the post reviews as I finish them, but I've kind of like been like hanging on to them and have not filmed them yet. So I got several. I don't even know how many I got, because see, one thing, last month in June was Snacks with Friends. And so I finished 4 or 5 snacks. And then, but I have 2 or 3 bigger canvases that I need to, like, I still need to do a post review of the spring butterflies and flowers one. That's one of the bigger ones that I did. Yeah, so. But anyway, I will let you guys go. You guys have a great rest of your day. And a great rest of your week. And I will talk to you all later on. All right, make sure to hit the thumbs up button before you skedaddle out the door. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe if you like the content. And hit that notification bell, ding, 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 to get notified the next time I upload another video. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.